will just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. This is what we expected. This crowd ready to make its presence known. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Jackson. Picks up a useful 5-yard chunk out to the 30-yard line.
It's going to be important this offensive line is able to get a little bit of push. You just got to give this guy an inch, a little crease, and he can make yards for you.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Just feeds the running back. And he surges up to the 36-yard line, and they'll move the chains.
Well, you see a great individual effort there that time, and you can see the skills this guy has, and he just reminds me sometimes of the great Ohio State backs we've seen in the past, right? You think of Archie Griffin and his 2 Heisman trophies, Ezekiel Elliott, J.K. Dobbins. This guy right here with his skill set, he's got the chance to be the next great Buckeye back.
Running inside, it's Jackson. Pretty good effort on that one to work his way up to the 42.
Well, it's plays like that that'll help this offense stay in rhythm all game long. If you can have that kind of success on first down running the football, it just opens up your entire playbook moving forward.
Six-yard pickup on first down leaves him with 2nd and 4. Under fire. Hit as he throws. Those two failed to make the connection. It's an incomplete pass.
Pressure affects quarterbacks, and this guy's one of the best in the nation. I don't care how talented you are, but if you're being hit, you're not going to throw completions.
You can barely hear yourself thinking here as they're trying to get this defense off to a good start. Now here's Saying. He's got it. Now they're starting to feel it. They've got a first down at the 44.
Nice play. And this running back showing you why he truly is a 3-down back. He's not just dangerous running the football between the tackles or blocking, but he can also catch the ball. And when you get this guy the football in space in the perimeter of the field, he's got the wiggle and he's got the power to break tackles from the secondary. That's why this guy has an opportunity to play at the next level.
And the Buckeyes are marching down the field. Timeout is called, and they got it just in the nick of time before the delay of game penalty. After using an early one, 2 left for them to spend. The Buckeyes will snap it on 1st and 10. Here's Saying to throw. And he dropped it. It looked for all the world like that would be a catch, and he just got too excited.
What a play by the defender that time, because he's matched up one-on-one man coverage against an outstanding wide receiver, and it's the defender who makes the play. Really, really good position. He was up to the challenge. Interesting to see if this quarterback goes his way again.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down. To throw, it's Saying. Finds his tight end. Oh, he's got some space. They finally get to him. What a play there to pick up the first down. The Buckeyes go back to work after moving the chains through the air. The run inside. It's Jackson. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
You know when you're playing against a defense of this caliber, you're going to have some sort of balance, right? You can't just drop back and throw it every single play. Nothing going on that last run. They're going to have to find another way to get it going, handing the ball.
This drive facing a little adversity on 2nd and 11. Here's Julian saying to throw. Firing to the end zone. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Buckeyes.
How about that first drive by the offense? Usually script the first 10 plays. Well, I had one extra. It only took 9. Great job moving down the field, stringing plays that look like other plays together, and getting this opening drive touchdown.
And the PAT makes it 7-0. So they put together a 9-play, 75-yard drive. And they finish things off with a 21-yard touchdown pass. Takes it inside his own 20. Chance for great field position here. He found some really good running room on that one. It just about got loose. As it is, good return to set up the drive. Ohio State calls its second timeout. They burned a couple early, now down to just one timeout to work with. He might want another play. Play action with Williams. Throws to the wideout. That was an eyelash away from being picked off, and that is not the way to set the tone with a near pick on your opening drive.
Well, a great job in coverage on the back end by the defense. You just got to finish the play. That should have been a pick.
What will they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go?
Ready. Red 18, red 18, go!
Looking for a crease to the left. Picked up 4 yards on the play. It'll be 3rd and 6. the Ohio State Buckeyes and the Washington Huskies. Reese Davis, David Pollock, Jesse Palmer with you. Holly Rowe is down on the sideline. Hello, Holly.
Checking in with the Buckeyes head coach before the game. He is so excited because this crowd has been one of their best assets all season. They make every game difficult. When a hard opponent comes in, the crowd rises to their best occasion, and he's been telling the students all week, we need you today. Reese?
Thank you, Holly. Really looking forward to this matchup. Washington will kick off as this one gets started. And he hauls it in, and everybody's on the edge of their seats. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. This place is roaring, and it's going to be so hard to operate under these conditions. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Jackson. They stop him just a link or two short of the first, and man, what they can do on second down here.
Really good surge that time by the offensive line. You saw all those bodies by the defense being pushed backwards. That opened up the crease for the ball carrier. He's able to get a really nice gain there, setting up second and inches.
The give to the back. Here's a little room there. They've got it to the 49-yard line, and they'll move the chains. And the Buckeyes just got that huge run. They love another explosive play. Looking for space. It's Jackson. And just wedges it ahead a bit before he's brought down.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. Say it. Finds his man. It's Jackson. He's close to the first down, but they're going to mark him just a little short.
You know, and that's why this guy can play first, second, and third down. You've already seen him earlier in the drive rip off some nice runs, but he can catch the football as well. They're going to find ways to get him going in all sorts of ways, but you're seeing it specifically on this drive.
Looking to pick up a first down on third and short from the 43. Saying from the gun on third down. Got his man. They are on the move as they pick up the first down. They'll spot it at the 28.
And, man, that's not a surprise that they come to their go-to guy early. This is an offense that's so much fun to watch, and it's because they know who they are. They know how to get the ball to their playmakers. And on the first drive, Palmer, get your guy a touch, get him involved. You know receivers got some feelings, Jesse. I love that they're getting him lathered up and a touch early in this football game.
Yeah, he's definitely one of those guys who feels like he's open every single play, so it is a good idea to get him going early. For the defense, that's a bit of a jab in the face right there, because you came into this game, you know who's going to get the ball. You know where they're throwing it, and you've got to do a better job now disguising your coverages to try and limit him and take him away as much as possible.
This crowd bringing the energy and noise early. Saying, trying to be heard above the noise. He caught it, and he will score. Touchdown, Ohio State. Talk about a great way to start the game and setting the tone right out of the gate.
You ain't lying. Sometimes it takes a couple drives to get the juices going and get in a rhythm. No, sir. They came on the field locked, loaded, ready to roll. No slow start here.
Setting up for the extra point after the first score of the game. And the extra point is good, and it's 7-0. So an 82-yard drive there. And the score comes on a touchdown pass covering 28 yards. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Going with the counter play here. Turning it on! Really good job to pick up a chunk of yardage and get it out to the 39-yard line. That purple wave getting things going on the ground now.
And such a great fan base in the Pacific Northwest. Washington fans believe in their team. They're loud, and I tell you what, when they got a ground game they can depend on, a physical ground game, it sets the table for everything they want to do offensively.
Here's Williams to throw. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
And that's what the offense wants. They want to see you in man coverage, and they want to throw those slants, use those wide receivers and their big bodies to catch the football. Elite coverage. Great job being glued to your guy and being physical when he caught it. When he catches the football, I've got to immediately impact him so he can't catch it. That's how it's done.
It'll be a draw. Gain of 6. They're looking at 3rd and 4.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
This defense will try to force a 4th down on 3rd and short from the 45. Williams fires to the wideout. And this is going to be incomplete on 3rd down.
3rd and short like that on your own side of the field, you're just looking for a quick hitter. You're trying to get the ball out of your hand quickly, but the timing completely off there for the offense, and the ball falls incomplete.
The Huskies will be forced to boot it away. He'll field the punt and see what he can get. Couldn't get away from that cover team, and they've got him down at the 23. The Buckeye offense onto the field. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. Running inside, it's Jackson. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
Well, just nothing doing on that last run, and they knew coming into this one they were going to be challenged, right? This is one of the best defenses in all of college football. For them to have any shot, they're going to have to do a lot better running the football.
Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. He'll run it again. He stopped in his tracks, and at least they didn't lose yardage on this one.
And what a great job by the defense here. 1st down, 2nd down, 2 straight runs. They stuffed both. And that was a big key for them coming into this game. They want to set up 3rd and long situations. And now those edge rushers can pin their ears back to get after the quarterback. They can mix up and disguise their coverages on the back end, hoping to create negative plays and takeaways.
Can you even imagine trying to operate in the midst of this purple rain on 3rd down? Now here's Sayed. On the run, fires downfield. Oh, what a spectacular layout and catch.
And sometimes when you hand it to these guys, man, it's hard to find lanes. It's very congested in the box. But nice job when you spread it out and you give him space by throwing him the football. Sometimes he can use that blazing speed and make bigger plays. I look for them to continue to find ways to get that fast dude in space.
Fires to the right. Oh, it's picked off. A rare mistake from this guy. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception. The Huskies offense out there and ready to go. Finding themselves down 7-0, they'd love to get a drive going here. Oops, someone moved a little bit early. Offense going to pick up a 5-yard penalty. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. So frustrating for an offense to just give away yards with false start penalties. They'll run it. And they'll stop him after a minimal pickup.
And that's a really nice play. It's impressive. When it's first down and the defense thinks you might be running the football, you still can line up. You can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
They're dealing with a 2nd and long. Williams, under fire. Complete to the right. There he goes. And he's slipped through the crowd, and he'll house it. Touchdown, Huskies.
This is a receiver that is so good running routes. You never know which way he's going to go at the top of his route because he doesn't peek. He doesn't telegraph where he's going. The timing on corner routes is so important, and the quarterback did a nice job getting it out early so his receiver could make the catch and then take it into the end zone.
And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. On the ground, it's Jackson. Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play.
If you're going to stop the run game, you better be physical up front on the defensive line. They've got some maulers. They've got some dudes with bad intentions. Nice play there.
Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Trying to impose their will with the run. Picks up a useful 5-yard chunk out to the 30-yard line.
And I like the thought process on offense here early in this game. They're giving their bell cow the ball early and often. There are a lot of coaches that outthink themselves, and they think, you know, we're going to throw the ball to set up the run instead because everybody on defense knows our guy is the focal point. But this offense is just keeping it simple. Let's just give our best player the football early in this game, and let's just get him into a rhythm.
Decibels rising as the crowd gets behind this defense on 3rd down. And with this place rocking, the crowd forces a false start. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Still 3rd down, but a little less manageable after that penalty. Saying from the gun on 3rd down. Throwing right. It's caught. Turns it on in midfield. Oh, he's getting ahead of steam. Inside. And he'll take it to the house. He got loose. Touchdown, Buckeyes.
Man, oh man, when you got a weapon like that, you got to find him and you got to give him the ball in space. You have some plays on your play sheet, and some of them just say, that guy, get him the ball, let him do the rest. dangerous weapon out of the backfield, catching the football, making the big play.
Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. And the PAT gives them a 14-7 lead. Quick strike offense on that three-play scoring drive. And they finish with a huge play in the passing game, covering 75 yards to house it. And it'll come out to the 25, no attempt at a return. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Making side adjustments here. Trying to make that rush think on the draw play here. These little gains can start to add up as he gets it up to the 34.
You want to make play calling easy for an offensive coordinator? Run the ball like that every play. I mean, when you can run that on first down and set up a short yardage on second down, it makes play calling easy. Every single call on that sheet is available here on second down.
9-yard pickup on first down, and now they can take a shot on second and short. They'll keep it on the ground. Makes his man miss. And he's down at the 41. That's a first down. When the Huskies are moving on the ground like this, you will bow down to Washington.
Yeah, and I tell you what, with all the rain they get out there in Washington, you better have a dependable ground game that you can go to and establish that tempo. Obviously, harder to throw the football in the rain, so dominant physical trenches.
They'll run it from the gun. And that's the end of the line on that run, and it's the end of the line for the first quarter. Lots of time left and ready to go back at it here in the second quarter. Had a chance to talk it over during the break, and they'll start with second down. Throwing, Williams. Oh, what a play, it's intercepted. Trying to take it back. Inside the tap, touchdown Buckeyes. The defense gets it done with that huge interception return. Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point puts them on top 21-7. The ball bounces through the end zone, and it will be a touchback. And Washington is ready to go back on the attack. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start feeling the heat to answer a score.
And I think being down 14, you can kind of feel that way. But, dude, if you put a good drive together, this is a 7-point game, so Palmer, no need to panic.
I was just going to say, David, I mean, this thing can flip quick. You go down, score, all of a sudden your defense gets a stop, or who knows, better yet, gets a turnover. This game is entirely different.
The handoff as they run the counter play here. There's some room. They'll get him at the 45, but he got 10 on that one. The offense getting set for a first down from the 45. Here's a give to Washington. Still on his feet at the 45. He's loose on the left. And he just kept running, and he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Washington.
Huge play. It's so nice to have guys that can create these explosive plays like this. You hand it to him, he can do the rest. Look at the speed. Look at the elusiveness. Get into the end zone. Nice run.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. As productive as these two offenses have been early, you really can't afford an empty possession here. He's going for a big play downfield. He's got it along the sideline. Open spaces. Touchdown, Ohio State. And once he got away from the D, they had no shot at catching him.
Well, as a defense, you know you're going to see the go route, especially against this guy. He does it to defenses, it seems, every single week, and so they're not able to get back deep enough to get run by. He makes the catch and then runs it into the end zone. They're going to have to change up their coverage and get some safety help up over the top because this guy's speed is a problem.
And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. The Huskies have it back, trying to make this defense bow down to Washington. Now we'll get a chance to see if they can answer that last score, trailing by 14, Jesse.
Yeah, and at this point of the game, I feel like offensively, you should go back to what's been working for you in this game. Don't be afraid to dial up play.
Breaks into the open. Good call, good execution as they move the chains, and they have a first down at the 38.
Really, really good decision-making by the quarterback. Don't get greedy. Yes, I can make reads, and I can pull it, and I can throw it all the yard. If I can take 10-plus yards and continue to do that and continue to be smart with my decision-making, this offense is going to be very difficult to stop.
It's 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces 2nd down.
Well, this defense knew coming in they were going to see some RPO and they were going to see some quick game. A nice job there taking the throw away from the quarterback.
Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Here's Williams to throw. And the pass is incomplete thanks to a big hit.
And with that incompletion, man, this crowd, I don't know that they are really happy about what's going on. I mean, they already built a deficit, and they don't have a lot to cheer about. They got to get some kind of rhythm, something going on this offense to ignite this fan base.
It'll be 3rd and long. Williams will pass. Rush coming in hot, and they got him at the 29.
And the defense makes a play, finally. This is a lot of offense early in this football game, a lot of scoring. Need more of this from the defense. Getting to the quarterback, making him feel uncomfortable, and then when you get him down, you get him behind the sticks. Good things happen for your defense.
They boot it away. He'll field the punt and look for room. Ran right through the defender, and now he's still running. They'll get down and put a stop to this return. They'll mark it at the 32. This defense with an explosive passing play for a score last time out. Let's see if they go right back at it. throwing. Say it. Unloads to the wideout. And they're not on the same page there. It's pretty clear he didn't care about the double coverage. He thought his guy was better than their two guys.
Well, and there's reason to think that. That dude's a stud, and I understand it. I want to find ways to get him the football, but when it's 2-on-1, I might think about looking somewhere else.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. The run inside. It's Jackson. He tried to find some running room, but they get him stopped.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
You can feel and hear the purple rain all the way across Lake Washington. Third down coming. Saying, trying to be heard about the noise. Hauls it in. He stopped a little bit short. They'll mark it at the 38. It's fourth down.
Well, I know there's a lot of people out there thinking, hey, it's third down, you got to throw to the sticks here, but I like the call getting the drag. You get the catch, he advances it a little bit, doesn't quite pick it up, but now you've set up fourth and short. And you've got to think on offense, you've got to play somewhere that can go pick up this first down.
He will not make a fair catch. Field the punt and bring it back. Everybody stays in their lanes well enough, and they stop him at the 31-yard line. Here comes the Washington offense to start this possession. They just didn't quite find the rhythm on that last drive, Jesse. They had to punt it.
I think they got to be more physical, David. I think up front they got to do a better job getting blocks and establishing this running game.
And how easy does football become if you're the more physical team? If you can threaten the run and then run play action, it opens up the whole offense at your disposal.
And the Huskies with a second and short to keep this drive moving. Back in motion, try to clear the picture. Williams. He makes the grab. He's really close to that first down marker, but they stop him just a bit short.
That's a bang-bang play, three-step slant. They rep this over and over in practice so they can go out and execute it on game day like that.
Lining up, trying to convert this third and short from the 40. They'll try to move the chains on the ground. He'll be stopped short. It'll bring up fourth down as this defense makes a play.
And I think one thing people don't take into account is not all fourth downs are created equal. Like, right, this is a shorter fourth down. You're on your side of the field. You're down. You're trailing in the football game. So I think this offense might have to take this opportunity to be aggressive, try to make this fourth down conversion, and try to go down the field and get some points on the board.
So in their own territory, on 4th and inches, the offense will stay on the field. Has to get there to move the sticks. He's got enough, and they roll the dice on 4th down, and they keep the drive alive.
Yeah, 4th and inches, midfield. Go ahead. Go for it. I love the play call by the head coach. Trust your offensive line to get some movement up front. Let's keep this drive going.
Washington coming to the line with another first down. Reads it and fires complete. Ball down at the 39-yard line, but he's got 15 yards on the play and a fresh set of downs.
Well, this team found themselves in a hole really quickly. Good things need to start happening, and they got to happen now. There's a big play that the offense desperately needed. A big pitch and catch. That's going to give them some confidence. That hopefully shifts the momentum their way a little bit. But they've got to cap this off now with a touchdown cut into their opponent's lead.
Williams rushes on him, and he never had a chance.
And nice answer by this defense. You give up a big play, you go take a big play. Sometimes you get down on yourselves and one play turns to two. Nice job by this defense getting a sack, creating some momentum.
The Huskies trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Williams looking for a man. Using the back as a receiver on the screen. Timeout signal for by the Buckeyes. That's their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half.
Well, they try to spit it out to the running back on the perimeter of the field. You saw the speed and recognition by the defense, though, how quickly they were able to get to the back and get him down for a big loss.
Third down from the gun, Williams. He'll loft one deep down the left side. And they pick up a better than 30 yards on that completion before the defense brings him down.
That's what's so scary about this offense. They've got guys in the perimeter that can change the game in one single play, and you saw it right there. Too much speed on the perimeter to create that explosive play.
Handoff from the gun. He's dragged down at the 12 as they try to cash in on this red zone opportunity. It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Washington stops the clock and uses its first timeout. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. Throwing, Williams. And the pressure gets there. And down he goes at the 18. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays.
Well, I think one of the biggest reasons why this team is finding themselves in a hole here in the first half is this has been a sack party. They can't keep the defense off of their quarterback. They haven't been able to get the ball deep down the field, throwing it with the consistency they want because they can't keep their quarterback standing up straight.
Williams from the gun on third down. Unleashes one. Intercepted. A first half turnover can swing momentum. And they get the takeaway and prevent points from going up just before the end of the half. Just enough time to get off one final play of the half. Zayn. Got his man on the right. That's about as close as you can get to that marker, and it will be second and just a few breaths away from the first down. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update.
Fellows, we welcome you into our palatial Orlando studios for the Week 3 edition of the EA Sports College Football Update Show. We begin with Georgia taking on the Clemson Tigers. And it's the Bulldogs looking to extend that win streak to 4 in a row. It's one of the better coaching jobs in football right now, and a nice payday could be on the horizon. And as we check in on these notable matchups this week, we're reminded of just how meaningful every week in college football truly is.
Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up second and 10.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Williams on the play fake. Throws to the wideout. And he is finding wide open defenders all over the field. His 3rd interception of the day. Okay, here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. They'd love nothing more than to take advantage of that early second-half turnover and cash in and tack a little bit more onto this lead. Surge to head for a couple there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
And you could tell the QB wants to run. He's going to be a big part of the game plan, and the defense really, really understands that. I got to understand, and more importantly, when I get a lick on this cat, I got to take it. Like, not dirty, not cheap shots, but end-of-the plays, when I can be physical and really make him feel me, I think that'll always bode well in a fourth-quarter game.
So now it's 2nd and long. Using his legs, it's Jackson. Picks up the first down. Maybe some room here. And he scores! Touchdown, Buckeye! No step back in week 3. They have been sharp as they extend the lead.
And you gotta love seeing that if you're the head coach of this team, right? You always want to see your team start fast early in games and then also start fast at the beginning of the 3rd quarter. You had a big lead, you take the ball right away here in the 2nd half, you drive it down the field, and you score. This offense has been dialed in right from the get-go. It's been very impressive to watch.
And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. The Huskies offense out there and ready to go. They're looking at a 21-point hole. There's still time to do some work, but there's also no time to waste. Here's Williams to throw. On target over the middle. Good, solid pickup on that one. They've got it out to the 40, and it's 1st down.
That's a really good-looking throw right there, and that was a tight spiral, too. You guys remember the great Washington Husky quarterback, Warren Moon? I don't think...
Oh, he's got some space. They'll get him down, but not before he crosses the 50. He's down to the 49. Washington wants to go quickly.
And how about that? Right after they get the explosive play running the ball, they're going right back to the line of scrimmage for some tempo.
Complete. Gain of 8 yards on the play. He's too short of the 1st down. An 8-yard pickup on the 1st down completion. Now 2nd and 2.
And I love when my quarterback sees zoned and knows exactly where to go with the football. Sees the wide receiver running the drag route, knows when to throw it, pulls the trigger for the easy completion.
They'll give it to Washington. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a 1st down. Washington has it and a fresh set of downs.
Really nice run there, picking up the 1st down. Now they're right back up to the line of scrimmage, ready to go again.
Williams. Snagged out of the air. And now there's a stoppage for an injured Buckeye. Trainers out having a look at this junior defensive back. Holly Rowe will update us on his condition. Backed up now. Here's 2nd and long. Quarterback may change this route. Williams will pass. They're working that left side. They make the stop, and he'll have enough yardage for a 1st down. And the Huskies, after moving the sticks through the air, come to the line.
Man, you gotta love the response of the quarterback. Like last possession, you make a mistake, easy to get down on yourself sometimes, but now just come out and you're absolutely surgical. 4 for 4, spreading the ball out, seeing the defense really well. Nice bounce back for this QB.
Going to the run, it's Washington. Getting work done on the ground. He's pulled down at the 14-yard line. The Huskies come to the line on 3rd down, trying to keep this drive alive. give to Washington again. Shakes off the defender. He almost punched it in for 6. They'll get him down at the 1-yard line. They'll try to run it with Washington. Touchdown, Washington! And they take it in for 6 more points.
This defense is going to have to do a better job being physical. That's 2 rushing touchdowns they've now allowed. They have got to be better close to the line of scrimmage.
And the extra point is good, but they still trail 35-21. So that was a 10-play, 75-yard drive. And they capped it off with a 1-yard plunge. And he takes this from inside the 5. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. Ohio State sending out the offense to start this drive. Their lead down to 2 touchdowns as they go back to work on this drive. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Jackson. Ripping off a pretty good chunk of yardage. They've got it out to the 41 with a first down.
And it's been fun to watch them feature this guy. Like, they understand they can run the football. They understand how good he is, and just they've owned the line of scrimmage. They've sprinkled in some pass. Like, this offense has done a really good job staying balanced, but featuring one of their better players.
Open the drive with a chunk play out past the 40, and they are in business on first down. Might as well run him until they stop him. He's got it again. They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play.
No doubt, offense wants to keep running the football to win this game, but I'm wondering if they're starting to go to the well too often. They got to start showing some new wrinkles here in the second half.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Here's Sayin to throw. Trying to beat the D deep. He almost had the pick, and that could have given them a boost. Instead, it'll be 3rd down.
And that didn't look like it was the right read. Like you got to be smart as a quarterback, make the right decisions. And I know he's a go-to guy, and he's already had success on the day. But sometimes you can force it in when it's just not there. That was really good coverage. I know he's good, but be smart with the football and don't try to force it into closed windows.
Can you even imagine trying to operate in the midst of this purple rain on 3rd down? Now here's Sayin. It's complete to the right. He'll be stopped short of the line to gain. Needed about 3 more on that one.
A nice job of awareness on defense there on that 3rd down. You know, you're expecting the offense to throw the football, but it's not just going to be receivers or tight ends you got to worry about. You got to keep your eye on where that running back is. They knew exactly where he would be, and they were able to make the tackle setting up 4th.
They kick it away on 4th down. And the punt will go into the end zone, and the ball comes out to the 20 on the touchback. And Washington is ready to go back on the attack. There's certainly still a hill to climb, but they've got to make sure these drives pay off. Got a touchdown last time. Can they back it up here?
Well, and it's amazing in a football game how sometimes they'll surprise you with what you do. Once you get settled and you realize what's going on, now I'm comfortable with it. Jesse, this offense looked comfortable on its last drive.
They sure did. It looked like they started to find some momentum. So now it's on this defense to stop that, all right? You're a little bit upset based on what just happened the previous drive. You've got to bow up again and go back to what was working earlier in this game.
Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play. Following that run, we have a player who is shaken up. That's the sophomore running back they're taking a look at, and Holly Rowe will let us know what's going on the sideline. Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Williams. It's complete to the left. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short game there. And the Huskies are in the hurry up. Running inside, it's Carr. He did not make it a stone wall on third down.
And coming out in the second half, this offense, they needed to establish this run game. They needed to get something going. They're losing. They've got to find a way to get a flow, to get a rhythm. And so far here to start this second half, defense picking up where it left off.
He'll try to field the punt and bring it back. They make the stop, and that is exactly what you want out of your punt cover unit. They'll put the ball in play from just inside their own 40 at the 39. Gonna run it. It's Jackson. Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play.
Great play by the defense there. And listen, they got to do more of this. Running backs obviously had a lot of success. They got to continue to stop this run game, be physical, and not let this guy beat them.
Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. Here's Julian saying to throw. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
And finally, the defense is able to get some pressure on this quarterback. They had been trying all game long, different ways to affect him. Weren't able to get there. But on that play, because of the pressure, it affected his accuracy, and that's why the ball falls incomplete.
Here comes this home crowd as the defense tries to get off the field on third down. Saying, trying to be heard above the noise. Firing to the right, complete. Turning it on! And he'll be run out of bounds, and these guys are piling up some serious yardage totals.
And, man, this dude has been a weapon early in this football game. They just keep finding him. And the matchups are a problem. You want to put a linebacker on him, he's too fast for him. Continues to make catches, continues to chew up yards. You might want to think about putting a safety on him or somebody with a little bit more speed.
And that defense pushing him out of bounds after a short gain.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly, and that's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
They'll line up for a 2nd down play. The run inside. It's Jackson.